Yo, what's going on, you guys? I'm IamTerminaLance, and today we're going to be going into Tier 5. Hopefully we can get these schematics here, but I did do these in, I would say, maybe 3 runs to get every single one of them, because I would complete all 3 contracts, and I would only get 1 schematic out of all 3 contracts. Because I don't know if y'all remember in previous seasons, if you go to Tier 5, each contract gave you a schematic in Tier 5. But now it's like you have to go in there and get lucky, roll the dice, and hopefully get the one that you need. Here we're going to start from the right to left. We're going to start doing the ACV mission first, just because it gives you the random power-up. The elite special bosses or zombies are going to give you a nuke, if anything. So here we start off from the right to left. I would say it's going to be pretty easy as if you have the VR11. Maybe bring like a turret to help you out, you know what I'm saying? Key loadouts to go to Tier 5 would be bringing a hard-hitting weapon. For me, it's going to be the shotgun right here, the Expedite. The Expedite is going to be one of the best shotguns in-game so far. And for me, it's a hard-hitting weapon, like it literally 2-3 taps. Tier 5 special zombies, especially when you need that nuke. Like these elite zombies are definitely gonna come in clutch. For some people, it's gonna be different. For some people, it's gonna be the Modern Warfare 2 FR Enhancer, whatever, Advancer, something like that. For me, it's gonna be the Expedite. Now, for loadout wise, and what you want in your slots going into the game. When it comes to playing this game, when it comes to playing this mode, it's time management. When it comes to time management, you want to make sure you're not consistently reloading, you're not consistently plating, you're not having to worry about specific things like that. You know, like minor things that can be avoided by having a golden armor plate, by having mags of holding. So you don't want to reload, you don't want to keep plating. The only thing you want to worry about is that charge up for your power up, and maybe having some Casimirs, you know, here and there. So going into the game, you definitely want to have a really good primary weapon. You at least want to have mags of holding, golden armor plate. You don't really need the Aether blade. As you can see, my first run I don't have the Aether blade just because it's on cooldown. But you can use it if you want to. It really doesn't matter. You don't really need it. It doesn't help out as much. You definitely want to bring a Scorcher case. You also want to bring a VR11 case. If your Scorcher and your VR11 are on cooldown, the best way to get them is going to go into the first initial Aether portal that you unlocked in Season 1. And there's certain keys that you need to unlock. If you guys need to find the keys, there's going to be an icon on the top right hand corner for you guys to find my video, so you know where the keys are at. And you're almost guaranteed a Wonder Waff, a ray gun, a VR11, or a Scorcher case. So, and right now it's a free entry. Season 6 free entry. And I know sigils are hard to come by because everybody's in Tier 3, everybody is doing contracts, and it's hard to get at least 1 contract. So, fortunately, you're able to go into that, you know, Tier 4 area, the first Aether portal, to get your cases. Pretty easy, straightforward. And then I would say the next thing you need to bring in, once you're in game, make sure you open crates, find a turret circuit, or even buy Casimirs. Casimirs are going to be clutch, and you're going to see why the turret circuit's going to be important here in a little bit. So now, another thing to note is once you're in game, once you hop into Urzikstan, you can definitely start using your VR11 off the rip. You're going to go into that Tier 5 section with your VR11. Make sure to throw out those 45 minutes you're pack-a-punching to pack-a-punch 3. Make sure you're, getting prepped to go into Tier 5. And then from there, so you definitely want to make sure you have some room for a couple self-reses and a couple Casimirs. Self-reses by far, I think you only need 3. 3 self-reses total max. And then 1 turret circuit in your inventory with maybe 6 Casimirs. If you find a legendary Aether tool within your farming session, or a flawless or a refined crystal, I mean, definitely take that over like a self-res or a Casimir or whatever, or the turret circuit, because regardless, you're still gonna go in there you're still gonna go in there and find one, but you want to make sure that you have everything in hand. You know, have a turret in your slot as well. Just get rid of the things that you don't need and have everything that you do need in your backpack. Like, do you really need a Juggernaut? No, you don't need a Juggernaut. Do you really need, you know, a Refined? Maybe if you don't have the schematic. For me, I don't really need it because I already have the Refined schematic. For everybody's loadout, going into tier 5 is going to be different. Not everybody's going to be the same. Maybe you might think, oh, I only need 2 self-reses. Cool. Then you have more space for, then you'll definitely have more space for Casimirs, for kill streaks, for whatever. But for me at least, it's better safe than sorry. Alright, we're getting to the final seconds here, and we just finished the contract. Unfortunately, we didn't get no schematics. This is the unfortunate part, where you can grind this and grind this and grind this and you won't get a schematic. Maybe one contract of all 3. But hey, if you can get Elder Sigils, by all means, go ahead and grab them. Get in here, do whatever you need to do. From here, I dropped the VR11 because I don't need it anymore. This is where the Scorcher comes in. I'm gonna use the Scorcher for the Outlast contract, but before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and make our way towards this Pack-a-Punch. This Pack-a-Punch is very hard to reach. As you can see, I'm using the Scorcher to get up there, but you want to make sure that you Pack-a-Punch your Scorcher to level 3. You can see where the plane is at, you can see where to go. It's like only up, but once you Pack-a-Punch your Scorcher to level 3, I'm gonna make my way down to the Outlast contract. I would say this is gonna be semi-easy or semi-hard. I don't know, it just depends, but if you don't have the Scorcher, it can be difficult. If you have the Scorcher, then it'll make life a lot more easier. So here, this is why I like this, because the elite zombies like the Mimics, the Disciples, and the Manglers are probably gonna drop, you know, every once in a while, every 1 out of 4. I'm using the Scorcher like in an angled way, but this helps out with, one, getting the contract started, you know, starting out the P&D, and then getting your rewards afterwards. So right now we're here, we're almost pretty much done. We're gonna get our rewards, and we ended up getting the Sergeant's Beret. So there goes, that's 1. Literally, that's just 1 schematic. And now if you get lucky, you might get all 3, you know, it's just pretty much based on RNG. If you get lucky, you get all 3. But now we're gonna make our way towards our last and final contract. Now this one is going to be super easy if you have a turret circuit. Here I hate the interaction button because it won't interact with anything. So the interaction button for me is pretty much fucked. So we're gonna make our way down to our bounty. I'm gonna do a little pop shot. So here I'm just making sure that there is a turret. Usually, say 100% of the time that I've looked and I've been there, the turret's always there. So a couple pop shots on the Mega Abomination. Make sure it's following me. Gonna lure it over to this turret. It's pretty similar to what you see in Tier 3. And this turret will always be here. So there we go. I'm gonna put in my turret circuit in there. Takes it down within seconds. You don't even have to wait time. Seconds. There you go. Clears out all the zombies. You can get your reward with ease. No need to worry about zombies pulling up on you. No need to worry about anybody. Like anything pulling up on you. This kind of opens up the, like, what contract do you want to do first? Because in reality, you can do any of the contracts first. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and go into our second run. Alright, for the second run, I went ahead and started off with the bounty contract. And now this one's going to be a little bit more hands-on just because I don't have the turret circuit. So bear with me on this one. This might take a little bit of time, but the payout is definitely worth it. But there is no, like, there is no good, bad strat to do this. Just take it down, and if you have a turret circuit, it takes it down within seconds. But I definitely do find the shotgun being very, very viable here in this map. So I think you start off with what? Start off with 14. It took me a while. It took me like 4 minutes, actual minutes to do it. So it took me a while. Now here I ended up getting the second schematic, which is the dead wire detonation, and I did all the other contracts and I got nothing out of those. So now we are going back and doing our third round because our RNG is horrible. Once we load in, I'm gonna make my way towards the ACV contract over here. For some reason it's a little glitchy, but the ACV, honestly, by far is going to be the easy if you have VR11. Mind you, I already have 2 schematics, so this is my third run. So if you're lucky, you can get, you know, all 3 schematics. I'll emphasize this a lot. If you're lucky, you're going to get all 3 schematics in one go. If not, you're going to have to come in here and grind. Alright, and we finally got the last schematic, which is the gas mask schematic. Sweet, now we can go ahead, dip out, never come back. Make sure to like button, subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'll see you guys next time.